Hello everyone, welcome to Tutorials in Hand. In this video tutorial we are going to see how to write a C program to find area of right angle triangle. So without further ado, let's get started with the video. So first of all, we know that area of a right angle triangle is half into base into height, right? So from this particular formula we can make out that we require two input from the user, that is base and height, right? If the user provides us base and height, then we can calculate what exactly is the area, right? So if I try to write the stepwise approach, then step 1 would be what? To take input of base and height, right? Now if we get these two things, then what we have to do? Then in step 2 we have to calculate the area, right? Then finally we have to print up the result, right? That is, we have to print the area. So this is the entire algorithm, or this is the entire stepwise approach that we are going to perform in this program. So let's start with the step 1. So first of all, in any C program, the very basic thing that we have to perform is we have to include the header file. So let's include the basic header file, which is studio.h. Now let's start our main method in order to start writing the program. So what's step 1? So it's to take input of base and height, right? So first of all, let's declare the variable that we will require in this program. So clearly from this particular formula we can make out that we will require three variables, which would be base, height and area, right? So let's declare those. Now talking about the data type, then what should be the data type? So clearly we can see that decimal points can be involved in these situations, right? So we will declare it using float. So let's declare all of those. Now let's print what exactly the user needs to do. Now let's suppose the user has entered the base and height. So we as a programmer, what we have to do? So we have to make sure that those two numbers, that is that particular base and height, gets stored in base and height variable respectively. That thing we can perform with help of scanf. So we'll simply write scanf and then modulus. What is the data type? So the data type is float. That's why we would write f and mod f, comma, where exactly we need to store. So the first input is what? It's base. So we will store it in base variable. And the second input is height. So we'll store it in the height variable, right? Now what's the step second? So we are done with this step, right? So as of now we got the base and height. Now let's calculate the area. So from here itself we can make out the formula of the area, right? So this thing we can perform more easily with help of writing the value out to be 0.5, which is 1 by 2, and then base and then height. So it's nothing but half into base into height, right? Now let's print this up. Modulus. See, we could have written directly f, but let's decorate the result 0.2. So what this will happen is, this simply means that we want the result in such a way that there should be only two numbers after the decimal points. Now what we want to replace with this? We want to replace with area. So let's write area. And now simply let's return 0. Let's print this up. So clearly you can see that it's asking me to enter the base and height. Let it be 1 and 1 so that we get the result as 0.5 itself, or rather 0.50. And here you can see we got the result as 0.50. The reason is that it's two decimal places because we wrote 0.2. Let's try out with 0.4 so that you can understand what exactly is its requirement. Let the result be same. Yeah, and here you can see that there are four decimal points, I mean four numbers after the decimal point. So this is how we can write a program in C language to find area of a right angle triangle, having given the base and height from the user. So this was all about the video. Thank you.